Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today Update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sister Wives, Kody Brown was married to the wrong person 4 years. As they continue to process their divorces, viewers of Sister Wives are listening to what Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown have to say about their previous marriage. However, Kody Brown faces criticism after acknowledging that he squandered years married to the wrong person. Kody Brown steers clear of the problems. In the final season of Sister Spouses, Kody Brown discussed how having multiple spouses could assist watered-down marital troubles. He realized it was time to get a new wife when he began having problems with Mary Brown early on. He then added another, and so on, when they began to quarrel and he was unable to find harmony with just those two. However, 3 wives ended their marriages as a result of his strategy of ignoring the disagreements. By the time Christine made the decision to depart, Kody was definitely tired of her. Similarly, he had continued to support Mary Brown for years without cutting the power. But in a way, he pretended that he wanted Janelle Brown to stay. However, Robyn Brown, Kody's loyal wife, is still by his side. After avoiding texting to talk about one of his relationships, Kody is punched in the eyes in the most recent episode. Mary brings up the divorce issue. Kody Brown seems to get quite upset when his children don't return his calls or texts, but he doesn't think it's as vital to treat his spouses with the same respect. Mary Brown and Janelle both mentioned how hard it was to get Kody to answer their questions. Mary proceeded without Kody after she didn't hear back from him about a release from the AUB. "I was given what is known in our church as a release, which is essentially the same as a divorce," she said. However, the words the church used to characterize him really wounded him. He promised not to reveal them. Mary notes, though, that she was aware Kody would object if they included abandonment as one of the grounds for the divorce. After 33 years of marriage, they are no longer legally connected to one another with the release. Knowing that God had a plan to resolve the situation, Robyn Brown advised Kody Brown to maintain the spiritual connection with Mary. But Kody wishes he hadn't put an end to it sooner. Kody comments about how relieved he is by the divorce, while Robyn claims that he is overwhelmed by the feelings of parting. "Oh, I'm absolutely relieved that it is done," he adds. "It's heartbreaking, it's sad, but I'm glad it's over," he continues. He also expresses his regret that his marriage to Mary was a waste of time. He also claims that although he moved on long ago, he was scared to rip the band-aid off. He was afraid of what Mary would do to him, for example, because she was never loyal to him ever. To be honest, he was aware that a divorce would ruin his reputation. At last, Kody admits to Mary that he wasted years of their marriage. His tongue was free to lash out at Mary with all the vinegar that had bottled up inside him now that the connection of eternal marriage had been severed. Next week, Kody Brown will finally express his contempt for Mary Brown. He's prepared to face her now that he's divorced. He remarks, "You know what really sucks," as he pulls up to her house. Divorce is not the bad thing. It's getting married to the wrong person. In addition, he had suppressed the truth to protect himself from Mary's actions. Nevertheless, she acted decisively and ended their meaningless marriage, despite her attempts to talk her out of ruining his image. However, Mary also squandered her time by believing that their spiritual bond might be restored. She responds, "What sucks is marrying the wrong person and not having the decency to tell her until 32 years later, when Kody mentions that she is the wrong person in the episode trailer for next week." Kody says, even more sourly, "I wish I wouldn't have married her ever." He doesn't consider what might have happened if he hadn't married her, as he harbors his hatred. Leon, their child, would not be born. Similarly, Mary has already mentioned that Robyn, his soul mate, was only 10 or 12 years old when she and Kody were getting married. Some fans recall that when a catfish named Sam Cooper gave Mary Brown the attention she was lacking, she was tempted to leave Kody Brown. Kody seems to be claiming that Robyn pressured him to remain in the marriage longer than he had planned to. Robyn believed that if I waited on God, things could change for Mary and me, Kody stated. Similarly, he said, I followed that advice and waited. I came to the realization that it would never truly work as time passed. Kody and Meri had previously expressed their desire to be allowed to share their tale, and now they are doing just that. In the next episode, Kody and Meri will have a face-to-face conversation about why they wasted so much time together. Sister Wives, indications the ultimate retaliation is Meri Brown's release from her marriage to Kody Brown. Following her split from Kody Brown, Sister Wives star Meri Brown has been one of the most fascinating to watch. Now that their religion has led her to leave her marriage, she is exacting the ultimate retribution. With a partnership that has lasted more than 30 years and through some extremely trying times for both parties, Meri and Kody have the longest relationship either of them has ever had. Knowing her position in the family hierarchy, Meri remained fiercely devoted to the patriarch of the Brown family for the duration of her marriage to Kody, who she married in 1990 after less than a year of courtship. Even though Meri and Kody's relationship was never flawless, it was evident that they had once been in love. Despite significant issues with Meri's fertility that severely strained their relationship, Kody and Meri were loving with one another early in the Sister Wives run. However, the entire Brown family situation altered when Kody met Robyn Brown. The stress in Kody's relationship with Robyn was much more intense for Meri and her sister wives, Christine and Janelle Brown, than it was for their individual relationships with their husbands. Things didn't seem particularly tough until the COVID-19 epidemic forced the Browns to take a serious look at their life, even though Kody and his wives had difficulties in the years that followed Robyn joining the family. Meri, Christine, and Janelle, who were all isolated and lived apart from one another most of the time, experienced varying degrees of hurt over Kody's treatment of them compared to Robyn. After years of suffering, Meri decided to follow in the footsteps of Christine and Janelle by ending her marriage to Kody. This decision was the result of years' worth of difficult feelings building up. In the perspective of their religion, Kody and Meri have been spiritually married for the past 32 years, despite not being formally wed since 2014. When Robyn entered the picture, Kody asked Meri if she would legally divorce him so that they could legally marry Robyn. In 1990, Kody and Meri were lawfully married. Meri originally agreed when he explained that he had to do this in order to adopt her children from her first marriage, but after a few years, she came to see it as a slap in the face from her sister wife and husband. Throughout Kody and Meri's marriage, there were times when he was likely a dedicated husband, but once Robyn came into the picture there were more issues than enjoyable days in their relationship. Kody favored Robyn once she came into the picture, and with 3 other wives in the relationship, it was clear to everyone that he had deeper feelings for her than anyone else. The discomfort of Kody's favoritism wasn't something that the other 3 wives discussed, but it became clear that they were all feeling the tension between themselves and their husband, despite his attempts to smooth it out.